Alright, let me paint you a picture. Imagine waking up, reaching for your phone, and just sighing at the sight of another political headline. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. A brand new poll just dropped, and it's honestly wild. Nearly 2/3 of adults in the US, yep, that's 65%, say they're tuning out political and government news. I mean, think about that. When was the last time you actually wanted to read about an election or a bill without rolling your eyes? And it's not just one group either. Democrats, Republicans, Independents, no matter where you land on the political spectrum, people everywhere are just done. 72% of Democrats, 59% of Republicans, and 63% of Independents all said, enough. That's a lot of folks reaching for the remote or just scrolling right past the news apps. Now, why? Well, part of it is what experts call information overload and, honestly, just straight up fatigue. It's like every day there's a new crisis, a new outrage, a new reason to stress out. And after a while, our brains just want to tap out. Let's talk numbers for a second. After the last presidential election, when Donald Trump defeated Kamala Harris, news ratings took a nosedive. MSNBC's primetime audience dropped by more than half. CNN lost nearly half its viewers. The only outlier? Fox News, which actually gained viewers, capturing almost 3/4 of all evening cable news watchers. But even with those numbers overall, people are just checking out. Here's the thing, this isn't brand new. It's not just the latest election or the latest scandal. Back in 2020, and even before that, studies showed Americans were already feeling worn out by nonstop news. And it makes sense. Think about what we've all been through. Years of political tension, a global pandemic, wars, social media echo chambers. It's no wonder people are hitting the mental mute button. And it goes even deeper. This September, a Pew Research survey found that 65% of people feel exhausted just thinking about politics. More than half said they're straight up angry. When you ask folks how they feel about the whole system, most use words like divisive. That's not just frustration, that's burnout. Psychiatrists like Dr. Arash Javanbakht say what we're seeing is classic burnout, and even something called learned helplessness. Basically, so much bad news for so long that eventually you just stop believing you can change anything. You get tired, you check out, and honestly, that's a totally human response. But here's the question. What does it mean when a whole country starts tuning out? Is it just self-care? Or are we risking something bigger by unplugging from the news altogether? There's no easy answer, but here's what I know. Sometimes you've got to step back and protect your mental health. But it's also worth asking, what stories are we missing? What conversations aren't we having? So, next time you feel that urge to scroll past or turn off the news, just remember, you're not alone. And maybe, just maybe, we can find a better way to stay informed without burning out. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you've ever felt tired of the news, drop a comment. Let's talk about it. Stay curious, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.